Welcome back. What would you like to discuss?
People are saying we can make the bronze crown and go up. Yeah, that's true. I just wonder if the best ending is giving all your pages not to the crown to influence things, but to... but then Gnosis might get it. I don't know. My teleporter took me to a strange place last time I was here. I wanted to see if you knew anything about that.
Oh, yes. You speak of the breach, a shadowy place beyond our world and the void beyond. You have seen it for yourself, and now you know the consequences of Alethea's
I say Alethea.
Alethea's research. What are your thoughts? Why do you wish to return to that place?
So, free the creatures trapped there. That's what it is, right? Learn more about the breach and why it exists.
Yeah, top one probably.
I want to find a way to free the creatures trapped there.
A selfless notion. Tell me, are you doing this mainly for Alethea's sake? Or are you doing it for the missing creatures who will otherwise be confined to the breach forever?
Bottom one.
Both. Yeah. Or they're the ones paying the price for her mistakes, or...
Definitely bottom one.
Yeah.
Doing it for everybody.
I'm doing it for all of them. Nobody meant for this to happen. And I don't want anyone to suffer for it.
No one wanted this to happen. That is true. And of course, Alethea informed her subjects of the risks. But still, she knew she could not promise them their safety, and went through with the experiments regardless.
Mm-hmm.
In the end, it is not a simple matter. But let us return to the topic at hand. Whatever your reasons may be, you wish to free the creatures trapped in the breach. I cannot force your teleporter to send you there again. I know nothing more about why that happened than you or Alethea. That said, I am capable of creating portals that link two places as long as I can see the starting point and the destination. And both Midseas and the breach lie within the range of my sight. I could create a portal that allows the trapped creatures to escape the breach, but it'll require a great deal of energy. Perhaps in your travels you have found your way to the Library of Antiquity.
Oh, with the pages.
A large book rests there whose pages have been lost and scattered.
Yep.
These pages contain records of the old world, and they are sources of great power. But because my body is confined here to the depths, I cannot retrieve them myself.
Is he gonna trick us into giving him the pages?
I don't think so. He seems nothing but honest.
But
Creepy, yes.
But what if he's the all-seeing creator evil dude that we were reading about all along? And that's why he knows about the book. It's his record, or
I don't know.
It's just giving me flashbacks to Mist.
Give
me the pages. Give me the pages.
This feels like the secret ending, though.
Yeah, it does.
Bring 4 of the pages to me, and I will have the energy I need to create a portal to the breach.
I say we go all in on this one. Like, I like the god selection thing, but this seems more interesting.
Oh. But
Talk it over with Alethea. See if she agrees to these terms. If you're both in agreement, we will proceed.
all right, I'll discuss this with her, and let you know when we've decided.
Good. I await your decision.
How many pages do we even have?
If you go to E pages. 18. We have 18.
So that means we would be downgrading from a gold crown to a silver crown.
Maybe. I feel like going the Gnosis route is maybe the most interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go Gnosis route.
Well, it's we don't know if it's necessarily going that route. Like, we can
But he's
still...
taking the pages.
He's taking only 4 pages. Is there a reason why you're standing around?
I'm reading chat. I can't read from the couch
Well,
very
then,
easily.
why don't you take it? Because I don't really look.
Okay.
Good to see you again. Anything you'd like to talk about? I took another trip to the depths. Ah, that's a relief. Thank you again for giving it a go. Were you able to access the breach? No, unfortunately. And Gnosis said that they didn't know what caused the teleporter malfunction either. All right. That's discouraging. Anything else? Yes. Gnosis offered to...
Sure.
Wander, stop invading the chocolate.
I just need some energy. I've been streaming for 8 hours.
Energy. We need to give Gnosis energy. Yes. Gnosis offered to help us free the creatures trapped in the breach. What? Excuse me, that's just very unexpected. Do you know how they plan to help? Gnosis can create portals that link 2 places. They're offering to open one in the breach so that the creatures can escape. Remarkable. Is there any sort of catch? Are they asking for us for anything in return? Gnosis can draw power from the pages of the book of the Library of Antiquity. They need 4 of these pages in order to open the portal. Library of Antiquity? I've never heard of such a place. Well, we might as... This cord is long and I keep rolling over it. Well, should we tell her anyway? Or she might go power hungry and go, I want all the pages.
You might as well tell them.
Yeah.
I'll be right back while you read this.
There's gateways leading to the library scattered across the ocean. You've never seen them. I haven't. This is surprising. I thought I documented almost everything in the ocean, but apparently not. I know how to get there, so don't worry. I've got this part covered. All right, if you say so. Normally, this is something I would think long and hard about, but I spent so much time and effort trying to determine whether the breach exists. It was all fruitless. I can't imagine how I'd ever get there deliberately. I think our best bet is to work with Gnosis to free the missing ones. So we can say, I agree, it's the best lead we have. We can't just leave the creatures back there. And are you sure? We don't really know if we can trust Gnosis. Wander wants us to trust Gnosis. I mean, we don't know if we can trust him. Who knows what he'll use 4 pages for, but we have plenty more. I agree. This is the only lead we have, and we can't just leave those creatures stuck in the breach forever. Happy to hear it! All that's left is to tell Gnosis that we're ready to collaborate. Yes? Right. I'll be back shortly. Sounds good, my friend. Well, this lab is pretty. Love the designs everywhere. Telescopes. I'm just passing some time until Wander gets back. Wander! Come back. Now.
Welcome back. What would you like to discuss?
Alethea and I have agreed to trade the pages for your help with the breach.
Indeed, I am glad to assist you. I must ask Alethea some questions about the breach before I begin. Give me the pages now, and I will contact her shortly.
Here you go, then.
Oh, you have my gratitude, and soon the creatures lost in the breach will be free. In the meantime, feel free to return and speak with me whenever you like. I will always be here.
Will do. Thanks for your help, Gnosis.
Please come back soon. I'm terribly lonely.
Wander has a slight Aku sound to him. I should actually listen to or watch Samurai Jack at some point and see if I can learn that voice, because that would be good.
Good to see you again. Anything you'd like to talk about? How did things go with Gnosis? Perfectly. Not long after you left, I was contacted by Gnosis. What a fascinating being. I could hear their thoughts and even saw visions within my mind's eye. I saw what Gnosis looked like, how absolutely massive they are. Ooh, even after all that you've told me, I was not prepared for that. Anyway, I answered a few questions Gnosis had about the breach. Then, they said that they'd get to work right away. Moments later, my instruments were all getting all sorts of strange energy readings. Sure enough, a massive portal had opened just outside the lab. Looking through the portal, I saw what could only be the alien landscape of the breach. And before I knew it, the missing ones began emerging. I went to greet them and urged the rest to come through safely. Once they were all accounted for, the portal closed, and that was it. My friend, this story has a happy ending thanks to you. And Gnosis, of course. I can't even begin to express how grateful I am. This has lifted a burden from me that I thought I'd always bear alone. No problem, Alethea. Glad I was able to help. More than you know. Shall we talk about something else? Safe and sound, achievement unlocked. I have to go now. See you around. We'll talk later then. Farewell. So we have Gnosis and we have the eel.
So I bet if we talk to the eel, things end. If we talk to Gnosis, who knows? Let's talk to Gnosis.
Let's see what happens.
Also, thank you THX for the 19-month resub. Saw that you were enjoying this earlier, and I'm glad. This is definitely not what I was expecting when I loaded this game up, but I'm glad it turned out the way it is. It's a lot more interesting.
I just hope that this isn't going to be a bad end.
Oh, you've returned. You may recall that I spent eons trying to recover my lost memories. It is an exhausting effort that has taxed me to my limits. There is still so much locked within me, but I cannot access it without more power.
Oh no, so this is the Faustian bargain. So, in order to unlock his memories, we're going to be giving him more pages, right?
Mm-hmm.
Will he remember? Is he the all-seeing creator that we were warned about?
No, I don't think so.
When I extracted the energy of the pages from the library to create the portal, I realized that I could use that same power to reassemble my memories. You empower me by bringing me more pages. I will make it worth your while.
This is like Myst. You have the brothers asking you to give me more pages. Let me out, let me free. I'll give you everything you want. And the answer in those, I suppose spoilers for Myst, the first game in the Myst series, is you shouldn't give them to either of them. Because if you do, they're going to be freed and you're going to be trapped. There's the third option, however, giving the last page to the father, who then writes everything. But in any case, back to this game. How much is he going to ask for? So, how many pages were required for the copper crown versus the silver crown versus the gold crown?
Silver crown was 14.
Yeah, because... Right, so we can make a silver crown now, but who knows how many pages...
The rest.
Yeah, 10 was for the copper crown. Oh, so he's offering you your memories.
I know you too have memories you've lost. Surely you must wonder why you are here and who you really are. Therefore, in exchange for the pages, I will tell you what I learn about your past. Does this offer appeal to you?
He's...
So the thing is, we're supposed to be tasked with using our influence to help push things in the right direction for one of the gods, correct? Otherwise, we're leaving it up to chance, right? But how many pages will he require? So either way, we're going to have to say this to find out his price, right? But if we give him pages, what memories does he hope to unlock, and what memories of ours does he hope? Like, if we find out who we are, what will it? Will we find out that we're the old god that needed punishing?
Yeah, ask him
what?
how many he needs. It's going to be all of them.
It does. How many pages do you need?
Seems you have 14 pages now. I will need 2 of them to begin restructuring my memories.
He's going to want the whole thing.
I will share with you any information that might be relevant to your identity. We have a deal.
So he only wants 2 pages, which means that we'll be reduced from the silver crown to the copper crown. We'll still have 10 left over to make the copper crown.
I feel like we should do it. This sounds so much more interesting than just crowning somebody.
Mm-hmm. And also, at this point, we've tried to steer everyone in the right direction as much as we could.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Let's trade.
Very good.
And if we get a really, really, really bad ending, then I'll just play through it, get the same endings, and not give him a single page.
It is done.
Well, we still freed all the animals, which is necessary for Alethea.
Now allow me to share what I have found. As you may have gathered, everything we are doing now is part of a great cycle. We have done all these things before, and we will do them all again. But it has not always been this way. There was a time when we gods retained access to our memories. Each of us had our own domains of power, knowledge, revelry, ingenuity.
So they all shared responsibility of different aspects of everyone's life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why did it get reduced to only one, and why were their memories taken away?
Dunno.
But there is only one world, forged by the original creator at the dawn of time.
See, I think the creator in the
original...
book is the original one.
Yeah, the original creator is the one that made this simulation to figure out...
Eons went by, and eventually the original creator grew tired of observing their world. They wanted to find out what the rest of us would do with the power of creation. So they brought the cycle into being. The world would be reborn again and again. And each time, one of the gods would have the opportunity to shape it as they saw fit. Which brings us to your role in all of this. You were the one chosen to speak with the gods in this in-between realm we call the ocean. Your actions would indirectly determine the creator of the next world. Within the ocean, none of us would be aware of our divinity or have access to our memories.
How does he have it? Is it just because he's the all-seeing eye?
Or, yeah, kind of. I mean, he said he's been just meditating here through all of these cycles. Like, I think he's got a predisposition to realize he's missing his memories and, like, try and figure it out. Whereas Alethea was much more about understanding her world. He was much more focused on understanding himself. And probably stumbled upon it at one point and became predisposed to do so repeatedly.
Mm-hmm. But it's still interesting that Lutra wasn't part of it. How did she plop in here?
Yeah.
Or was she the disturbance we saw at the beginning? Or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
In any case.
Thus keeping the process as pure and unbiased as possible. Oh, that is all I can recall for now.
Let's go top.
Really?
Yeah, ask him.
What would you do if you became the creator?
I have had a great deal of time to think on this here in the depths. More than anything else, I would want my world to guarantee the safety of all mortals. Of course, there will always be those who disobey and attempt to threaten the peace.
He just sounds very similar to the one that was in the books.
These mortals I would separate from the rest to prevent them from contaminating my society.
It does sound like he might actually be the original creator. And
I think he was the older one.
Yeah.
Or the one that was mentioned in the books, which is why he can access the power.
Perhaps a use could be found even for them.
Yes, I know. Oh, gosh. What happened to the original creator? Are they still around?
I believe they still exist in some form or another. Yes, but I'm unsure of the details. We may learn more of that if we are persistent.
That's all. Thanks for the information, Gnosis.
So...
I think he's the old creator, the one that was mentioned in the books.
Yep.
And we know that we don't want his future. Most definitely not. The problem is, have we given him too many pages to really influence the outcome?
Well, that was... No.
We still have an opportunity to make
I think
the
we don't
crown.
influence it... Gnosis's direction unless we specifically give him everything. Because he was the only one with the one circle.
Right.
Meaning, Gnosis... The only way probably to get the Gnosis ending...
Well, we've given him super power-ups. But we'll see.
Wait. Here. I have an idea.
What?
Let's make a backup of the save.
But the thing is, we've already given him the stuff.
Yeah, but we'd still have a crown sitting around.
Right, but we're not going to give the crown to him. That's all that I was saying.
Well, we make up a backup of the save, and then we do this, and then do a more normal ending.
But the thing is, we've already done this, so
Yeah.
it's already done.
Only partially.
So now he's saying,
You know where to find me if you wish to learn more.
"Oh no, we don't have. Oh right, if we give him more pages, we learn more."
Mm-hmm. Here, Shell, can I have for a bit?
Oh, so you want to make a backup save now?
Yeah.
Okay, make sure to cycle the recording.
Obviously.
And other things. Ah!
Aha!
Look at that.
So I am a computer wizard. Not really. All I did was I found the save folder, and so just pick any of them. So at this point, we might honestly be locked out of a couple of gods, but I figure having one tier of the crown should be okay, and if not, oh well.
Well, it's one of those things where we can see about feeding more pages to...
Yeah, so I would say I
dude,
really want
and
to
then
find out what he has to say.
The other endings would definitely be the ones where...
Yeah.
We try giving the crown to one person, the next person, the next person.
Yeah, so we can at least do that. Well, there's 5 gods, we have 5 save files. And then after that, I'd say we just start new game plussing, maybe. Mm-hmm. Here, you want to alt-tab one more time? Just alt-tab to that same folder. Just go to the same folder. Right there. Next one. Other one. There we go.
Should I just
make one more copy.
Should I put it to the desktop?
No, just put it there.
Really?
Or here.
Yeah, I don't want it
here.
to be in the same
Right-click
folder.
on it. Right-click on it. Better idea. Right-click on it. Go to add to save slot5.rar. There we go. Now we have a archived save slot of our current position. Perfect. Yeah, so the reason why we did this is because I'm not super keen on replaying through a game over and over and over again for multiple endings.
Well, the other thing, too, is we made, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 decisions, we made most of the decisions that we felt were best.
Yeah. Like, if I ever make a game like this, what I'd want to do is effectively design it around a giant branching tree. And so after you beat the game, the whole tree is revealed to you. Mm-hmm. And, you know, there might be some incidental dialogue that doesn't matter, but every major choice is a new branch. And so you can then go back to all of those and start over. But then again, well, no, I guess that wouldn't be too far off of what this would be.
So the question is, are we doing save 1 and give him all the pages?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. But
I think that's what... Because this might inform our decision going into everything else.
Yep. But this will just save us so much time by doing so. Now, obviously, if multiple, like, New Game Pluses actually affected the story in some way, like, you start remembering things too, or things start breaking down.
Or maybe you can only feed him so many pages each round.
No, I don't think so. I think we just feed him all the pages now.
In any case, let's see.
Okay, so...
I have some more pages to give you.
Seems you have 12 pages now. 3 to continue.
Yeah, so the point of no return, sort of.
Shall we trade, then?
I'm ready.
Very good.
I still think this is a bad route, but we'll see.
We'll see.
It is done. This time I've learned more about the destruction and creation of gods. Before the cycle started, there were other gods besides those who inhabit the ocean now. My memories of these deities are hazy and indistinct. All I know for certain is they no longer exist. For the most part, we gods are immortal. We do not perish of sickness or of old age as mortals do. Nevertheless, it seems there are ways to erase even a god from existence. A creator, for instance, can choose to remove all traces of a god from their world, until the cycle begins again, while the original creator had the power to erase gods more permanently.
Ew.
There is also a precedent for mortals ascending to godhood by the original creator's power. At least 2 such events have occurred in the history of the cycle. In the first case, 2 children were banished from their home and ended up in the ocean quite by accident.
Nope, that's the twins.
In the second, a larval creature arrived here after a long journey following its birth.
That's Lutra.
Of course, now we know these beings as Katri, Esti, and Luna.
Mutra.
Or Lutra.
And they have since become true gods, capable of creating new worlds, if they are selected by our process. I can only assume their original creator was responsible for their transformation. Perhaps this means you too were ascended from a mortal state to become what you are now.
By the way, somebody would want to know how we learned how to voice act. By winging it.
By acting.
Yep. This voice is a voice that I've never done before, and might not do for a while because it's really hard on my voice. Oh, I might have a quesadilla after this.
Why would the original creator want to end a god's existence permanently?
Perhaps divine crimes were committed in the past, so severe that they felt there was no other choice. I must admit, if a god chose to defy me while I had that kind of power, I would very likely do the same.
I definitely would not choose this one.
Normally, no.
So, am I a god too then?
This is certainly possible. And yet, because of your role in the process, you are not capable of creating new worlds. We will need more data to reach a conclusion on this.
That's all. Thanks for the information, Gnosis.
Of course. You know where to find me if you wish to learn more.
Okay, so this is the
all
save
in.
where we're doing the pages.
Seems you have 9 pages now. I'll need 4 of them to continue reconstructing my memories. Shall we trade then?
I'm ready.
Very good.
I still think this is the bad path, but it's probably the path people do the first time and then they
Maybe?
go, oh no.
I don't know. I was on their Discord, and it sounds like most people don't give Gnosis the light of day.
It's done. I have made some discoveries about you this time that are quite intriguing. Firstly, it may surprise you to learn that you are the author of the pages you've been collecting.
Nah, I figured that was the case from the very beginning.
They were written by you during a past mortal era, as a record of the events that transpired. It would appear that once the new world has been created, your role shifts from advisor to historian. Is this something you already knew?
Bottom one.
Yeah. I did know that. I'm not sure how, but I did.
Is that so? Interesting. Perhaps more of your original self remains than it seems. But there is more. As far back as my memories now reach, you have always been with us. And you have always been a god. Like Amar, Alethea, and myself, you were not descended from a mortal state. Your divinity is inherent. Perhaps you were even capable of creating worlds at one time, despite your inability to do so now. Of course, disregarding the details of your past. Your role during this part of the cycle is crucial. Without you, none of us would be able to create anything. Oh.
Yeah, bottom one.
Is there anything you remembered about me that you're not sharing?
If I were to relay every bit of minutia about my memories to you, we would be here for ages. and you would learn little of consequence. I am giving you the facts I believe you will find most relevant to your identity. Nothing more, nothing less.
So, I'm a god too. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Understandable. I too was overwhelmed when I first began piecing together the fragments of my lost memories. But I commend you for seeking out this information regardless. Not everyone is willing to do what it takes to learn the truth.
This still sounds so ominous. Alright. I think that's all for now then. Thanks, Gnosis.
Of course. At this point, I feel like I am close to learning the full truth about you. Bring me 5 more pages, and we can finally get to the bottom of all this.
Yep, you're right. This is the one where you give him up everything. But what happens?
Our past trades have empowered me greatly. Thank you for that.
See, I still think this is a Faustian bargain.
Maybe.
I think our quote-unquote true endings of the game should be when we
I don't
give
know
the
if there's
crown
like a true ending. We'll see.
or if there's just because I do want to unlock all the ending cutscenes of like this person became a god.
There's
No,
a
and
lot.
this
We'd
person became a
absolutely
god.
have to play through the game multiple times to do that, and I'm not ready for that.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
So
'Cause-
it's not just a this god chosen, this god chosen, this god
So-
chosen. Is it because each god has 2 states of mind
Potentially,
that they
yeah.
could have? Or
Positive and negative. Motivated and not motivated. So if they're positive and motivated, then they'll work together to make a brighter future. But if they're negative, they'll seek to control, potentially.
right. So and then also if our relationship with them is right too, and
Yeah. So my assumption is there are 9 endings? 2 for each of the regular gods, and then 1 Gnosis ending. Because there's no variance on Gnosis. He's just a boolean on whether or not you chose him.
mm-hmm.
Whereas, like, every
just-
other character, we had the ability to guide them in some way.
Yeah, and I just know that his ending is not going to be the ideal one.
What if the
For me.
pages give him the wisdom to not do what he did before that was bad? Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that's the case.
I don't think he has that kind of change of heart.
but
I think
it
he's
certainly doesn't seem like he's learning much.
no, he's just like power for the sake of power.
I don't know if it's even for the sake of power.
I will need all of them to finish reconstructing my memories. And if I am not yet powerful enough to create the new world, this final exchange should make it a certainty. Shall we proceed?
I really don't like this. I always hate in games where there's a good ending and a bad ending or several endings. I never liked going back to do the bad ending after I did the good ending. So
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that we get this, what I believe is the bad ending out of the way.
Yeah, I just
then we
want
do
to
the
see
good
what
ones.
happens when...
You're really curious about Gnosis.
Mm-hmm. Because all the other ones seem like we kind of know how it would go. Gnosis is a black box. Heck, we don't even know what he fully looks like.
I mean, he's a Kraken.
Yeah,
And-
kinda.
And all Kraken are foolish, evil things that want to warp everyone's minds and control the universe. Because that's just how fiction works with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
I still don't like the "I'm ready."
Very good. Oh.
Gnosis, is everything all right?
Yes. My apologies. I needed a moment to process what I had seen. I know who you are now. But before we discuss that, I will tell you something I have known since the beginning. I am the creator you wrote about within the pages.
And I knew that all along, too.
Pretty
I
much.
did. I called it when it... I mean, really, it was a telltale thing when it was the whole he likes to observe people from afar and accrue knowledge, but then also the, I would banish people and put them to work. He was... His vision for the future, back when we talked with him at the beginning, was the exact same as the page guy.
Mm-hmm.
The world you described was my own.
Which is definitely why this is the bad ending, because you're just giving him all that power again.
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate this.
And I plan to make it that way once again. It is the best possible world for the mortals to inhabit.
Yeah, top one.
No, that were dumb. But you
Okay.
only get to do that if you become the creator. And he's like, haha, but that's almost, that's
That
the
is
most assured.
guaranteed, dimwit. You gave me all the power I need.
We gave you all the pages. No. I see, but you only get to do that if you become the creator.
I am very confident that will come to pass. The god who accumulates the most power here in the ocean is the one who becomes the creator.
And you see, the power was the whole, electricity thing going.
Probably, yeah.
And with your help, I have become vastly powerful indeed.
Oh, because when you create the crown, that is essentially 10 pages worth,
Yep.
14 pages worth, 18 pages worth of power.
Now, as promised, I will tell you who you are. When the cycle was first put into place, the original creator surrendered their powers of creation, but they didn't want to be removed from the process completely.
We're the original creator, aren't we?
No,
And-
he is.
No.
Oh.
No, we are.
Oh, yeah,
They didn't
that
want
makes
to
sense.
be removed from the process completely, so we're just to guide the
Well, it makes sense,
creations.
too, because we're watching the cycle over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Because we want to see how it turns out.
So they locked away their memories just like the other gods and became their advisor. Because they wouldn't remember the events of previous worlds. Each one would feel fresh and unique. There would be no more boredom. Oh. So, you are the original creator. Or what's left of them, at least. Which means it is because of you that we are all consigned to this cyclical process for all eternity. Why? Why must the cycle exist? Do you even know the answer any longer?
Oh gosh, your throat's
I'm
gonna
super
die.
tempted to just stop.
Ooh. So it needs to exist because it's fair that every god gets their turn to create. It should be shared, not hoarded, or it needs to exist for the sake of the universe. Stagnation sets in when something remains the same too long, or I don't feel like it should exist anymore. I've made the decision as a different person, and now I can't undo it. Ooh. This is an interesting one.
Let's go with the bottom one.
So, power should be shared, not hoarded. But at the same time...
Like, the first two just perpetuates the cycle. Third one maybe breaks it?
I don't know.
Let's go with the third one.
I don't really feel like it should exist anymore. I made that decision as a different person, and now I can't undo it.
Not. Or will not.
Ooh. New music came up.
Your memories may be locked away, but how much of your original power is also restricted? Oh, perhaps we will never know. But for now, none of that matters. I will create the new world. I will give the mortals the peace they deserve. I will allocate what resources I can, unraveling the secrets of everything, including the cycle itself. You created this system. Whether you agree with my methods or not, you too must abide by its rules.
This is why I did not want this engine.
It's okay.
Did not want it.
I know.
But it just confirmed everything I had already suspected.
Yeah, I was really hoping there would be more that we'd learn.
Oh, and thank you again for bringing me the pages.
These people must have played Myst with the whole thanks for bringing me the pages. It just reminds me so much of the ending where you give one of the brothers the pages and then they just laugh at you as that you're confined and they go free. Ah.
I couldn't have done this without your help.
I don't like this at all. Where
Down.
is Alethea?
Oh, she's over there. Maybe she's outside?
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, there she is.
Or no, new
no, it's
fish?
just a random fish.
Oh, wait,
Oh.
these are the ones that we had saved.
I can't believe we're really back. All of us. We got all got out of there. I bet you helped us somehow, didn't you? You found us stuck there. And after you left, found a way to make sure we could get home.
It's true. It wasn't just me who helped you escape, though. Others helped, too.
So I'm going to take a short break from commentating. I'm going to just let you read these guys' dialogue.
I knew it. Thank you, and whoever helped you, thank them, too. If it wasn't for all of you, we'd still be stuck in that awful place. You're heroes in my book. Oh, hello again. It's so very good to be in this much less confusing, lonely place. Also, perhaps you can tell me. Oh, I just seem to be on the top side of this rock or the bottom. I'm pretty sure it's on the top. Oh, that's just what I thought. Seems like I'm getting my sense of direction back.